In this class, let's start animating the slot machine in the center. Remember, we had these layers turned off so we're not seeing them when we are working on the background. Navigate to the slot machine layer and turn it on. Now we got this base here, and we got the top here, and the handle. So for now, let us animate the base first. I can double click on this composition, go inside, and let me move this base layer to the center. Select everything, move them to the center. I want to keep this simple, so the way we're going to animate this is just the scale property of most shapes. Let's find one of them first. So this is going to be the main base blue shape. In order to animate it, I'll pull up the scale property, hit S on the keyboard, and then we need to unlink the X and Y scale so that I can modify them individually. First, I want to add a keyframe in the 0 second. And then we can drag this keyframe to maybe 1 second. I want the whole animation to complete in 1 second. And then move the cursor back to 0 seconds, change everything to 0, 0, so there's nothing appearing on screen. Another way I can do it is I can solo this layer, this dot here, click on this dot. So this way I can single this one layer to work with it without any distraction. So I wanted to complete animating vertically first and then horizontally, meaning from 0 second, it's going to be 0% X and 0% Y. And then around half a second, it's going to be 100% Y scale and then 46% X scale. After that, it's just going to be growing horizontally. Let's right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease. And then let's go to the graph editor, fit the graph to view. Make sure you're in the speed graph. I just want to drag these curves to give them more of a mountain-like curve so that it's going to have more energy to the animation. Let's try this and see what it looks like. So what I want to do over here maybe is to keep this even smaller, maybe 20%. So at half a second, it's going to be 20% X and then 100% Y. Something like this. Yeah, that's the animation I like. That's good. And then make sure you copy these 3 keyframes and then go to unsolo this layer. Go to this one, hit S, unlink the scale, and then paste the keyframes. And then go to the black one, hit S on the keyboard, unlink it, Command V, paste. And then even all these, hit S on the keyboard, unlink all the scale constraints links. Click on all of them and then Command V. So now we have the exact same animation on all of them. Something like this. This is what it looks like now. And now I just need to stagger them. Maybe have this one comes in first and then 2 frames later have the very last layer comes in and then have the black one comes in 2 frames later. 1, 2. When the black one comes in, I want the center one comes in first so that everything is staggered. They're not coming in at the same time. So the center one comes in first. I want it to stagger even more. Right now there are 5 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm putting in 5 frames in between all these different dots. This. This way we can make the animation more complex. Maybe 6 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's good. This is the animation we have here. That's nice. All right, that's it with the base animation. Let's go back to the main composition. Oops. What happened? Since we have this base layer underneath the adjustment layer, the colors have all changed. So I need to move all these layers on top of this transition mask so that we still keep the original color, the original blue color of these slot machines. Now I have the animation of the main base. I need to animate the top and also the handle. Let's go into the handle first. Zoom in. It's very easy. For the handle, let's do the same thing. All I need to do is, first of all, I want to have this anchor point to the left-hand side of the square, and then let's animate the size, scale property. Go to scale, and then unlink this one, hit a keyframe, go for 15 frames, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 frames. Now we have this keyframe at the 15th frame, and then go back to 0 second, change the X scale to 0. Now we have an animation like this. See that? That's good. Now we just need to right-click, keyframe assistant, easy ease, go to the graph editor, drag these curves, give it more energy, give it more speed to the animation. Like that, that's good. And once it hit there, I want this blue block to come up from maybe same side. I can just copy this one and then Command V, paste. Now they're coming on at the same time, so I want to move this blue block all the way to the back, so there it's triggering, the purple one is triggering the blue one to come up, something like this. So like this. This. But I don't want to see the overlap part, so like this. Yeah, that's good. We have these two come up, and then we have the handle. I want to have the anchor points of the handle all the way at the bottom here. So I can change the scale property here, go to scale and link it, put a keyframe, and then change the white all the way to 0. Double click, keyframe assistant, easy ease, go to the graph editor. We're doing the same thing, so I'm speeding things up a little bit because they're all the same animation. I'm just repeating it right now. All we're doing is just to animating the scale property and also time them properly so that they come up one after another. This one comes in, and then we have this one comes in, this one comes in, and then once this one comes in, we can have a scale change. But this, for the circle, we don't have to unlink it because we can just have the circle animate in from 0 proportionally to 100%. Now we have the stick comes in and then the circle comes in. And for this one, I still need to change the speed of the animation, give it more speed. Yep. And for this circle, I can even add in a little bit overshoot, maybe change it to 110% and then back down to 95. Something like that. Give it more energy. So there's a bounce for the circle. I just added in a bounce. Yeah, that looks nice. Let's go back to the main comp. Once we have, so it's a bit distracting in the background. So I need to solo this handle, and then I want to solo the base over here. These two comes in. I want the base come in first. As it's finishing, I want to move the handle to the right hand side. So the base comes in first, and then at this point here, the handle comes in. Like this. Okay, let's preview the animation. Yeah, that looks nice. That's how we animate the base of the slot machine and the handle. Next video, I'm going to show you how to animate the top of the slot machine.